Hello, Earth occupiers. My name is Magick of OccupySF, and I want to share with you my insights about this awesome experiment in global democracy. At this stage, it is crucial that we move into a deeper understanding of the causes of our current planetary dilemma. Great thinkers like Gabor Mate are presenting an analysis of capitalism as the root cause of our physical malaise. He emphatically states that capitalism makes us sick. We are stressed, poisoned, devalued, and considered just another resource to be exploited as laborers and consumers, our function to fill the coffers of the rich. The symptom we are all focused on is the disproportionate distribution of wealth, but the cause was revealed by Occupy's response. The Occupy movement burst out of the belly of the beast full-blown and occupied what is considered private property. This reclaiming of the commons is the single most important aspect of our work, and we will not be herded back inside the walls of the empire. The rebirth of consensus-based democracy also spread like wildfire across the country. In essence, we erected microcultures, vibrant with possibilities that have been seeded in the 60s and are now ready to be fully realized. At the encampments, libraries, art, music, medical tents, alternative power sources, children's centers, the people's journalism, organic food, gardens, discussions about everything from war to anti-oppression, and the constant buzz of the next action were happening 24/7 and continue today, even without all the camps. The 1% called in the boot of fascism to crush this global spring, but we will not be stopped. That we will stand in the face of the police force in full knowledge that they are being deployed to defend the power and property of the elite is an incredibly courageous act in defense of our right and the right of all life. We have finally broken the taboo of speaking against the rule of the elite 1%. The Horatio Alger myth that the American dream is available to everyone has become a nightmare of epic proportions. For so long, we have been propagandized to believe that we too can be part of the elite. So to criticize the dream is to give up the fairy tale. But the greatest theft bailout in the history of the world, manipulated and implemented by our so-called representatives, was the last straw. All the dysfunctions of our society are rooted in this heartless and faceless, profit-motivated system. Capitalism is only possible through ownership. When we take this back to the origins of this so-called democracy, we realize that property ownership is at the core of the devastation of this continent. Self-righteous European invaders with God on their side killed and enslaved the indigenous people of this land and introduced the concept of ownership, ripping the very fabric of life on this continent to shreds. The standard reply to this rehashing of history is that it was a long time ago and that somehow the founding fathers in our group mind are not a part of this tragic reality. Yet another sacred cow. We have protected and propagandized the myth that they were visionaries who were bringing democracy into reality. Yes, they espoused great ideas, but the reality of the events of the time is what must be acknowledged. If we are serious about a revolution, then what principle will our work revolve around? I believe the core value demonstrated by these actions was that property ownership can no longer be a sacred cow. The Occupy actions make that statement loud and clear. We need to recognize that all of the implications of ownership are at the core of the suffering and inequality in the world, and the Occupy public space is a profound stance to disrupt the myth. The power grip that our nation states, corporations, and religious institutions hold on the world would crumble if we take off the rose-colored glasses of the American dream and see ownership for what it is: enslavement. If we are to truly revolutionize this country and the world, we need to live in the earth, not on it. Indigenous means sprung from the land, and across the planet, the uniting principle of the people of the land is that we do not own this earth. In an even more profound sense, the people of the land know that the answers to our dilemma lay in the rhythms and the systems of the natural world. Permaculture's emergence and freeing the wilderness is exactly what we need to embrace to reroot ourselves. Right now, we are in the grip of a death cult, hell-bent on devastating all life for profit. This is being allowed because we have agreed that people can own the land, the air, the water, other living things, and in fact, each other. This is the lie on which America was constructed, and it must be deconstructed to heal and go forward. The shadow will not go away because it is in fact covering the very truth that can save us. Reclaiming the commons and stopping the raping of the earth are paramount. It is not possible to truly love what we enslave. We have not become the great stewards who know best how to distribute the earth's resources. Let's face it, we are the species that has devastated the earth. The earth is not a resource, it is source. Today, most people will tell you it's absurd to not respect property ownership. It will bring chaos. This is not true. We can bring together the family of life by becoming indigenous again, by sharing our watersheds with all species and each other in ways that will serve life and not deplete it. We can enter into community contracts that allow for families, enterprises, and other organizing groups to be entrusted with the care of the land they occupy. These agreements will be invested with what we value: clean air, water, earth, and land use that supports the survival and the thriving of a community at large. This is where consensus comes in. First, we agree on what we value, then we create structures that uphold and sustain those values. These agreements will also include justice, healthcare, education, food, shelter, and equal rights for all. I'm not resurrecting an old back to the land paradigm. For example, technology can and is being used to decentralize our global community and at the same time allow us all to be interconnected. The fight for a free and horizontally organized web is happening right now, and this victory will support the web of life itself. All systems can be reoriented towards life-affirming values when we let go of ownership and recognize our interdependence. We are in a liminal space between the dark of night and the promise of dawn. It is a place of uncertainty, rife with exciting possibilities. We know the old system is beyond repair, but our rational mind is stumped. This is uncharted territory. Let's experiment with the planting of new seeds and share our insights as we grow together in this community garden of the new world. Our hearts are yearning to love with an intelligence that honors all life. We are on the verge. The horizon is bright with promise. Greater forces are at work. An idea has come and it cannot be stopped. The answers will emerge. All we need to do is stay the course and be kind to one another. I leave you with the lyrics of Tracy Chapman. So don't be tempted by the shiny apple. Don't you eat the bitter fruit. Hunger only for a taste of justice. Hunger only for a world of truth. Because all that you have is your soul.